You can't get more real world test than that. Not bad. Thought I'd bitten off more than I could chew. I've not ridden it at all, and I feel super confident, and I ride as fast as I want to ride between the trees, and I have a really good day's riding. I have no problems and all is good.
The last bit is always a shit bit. Like that bit in there.
When you can sort of see the van through the trees a bit and you think, oh, I'm nearly there. Yeah, I know what you mean. Right. Hello and welcome to Enduro 21's YouTube channel. Let me take my helmet off. And a test of the Triumph TF250E Enduro model. We finally get a bike to test. And this is one of my, in fact it is my most local Enduro. It's one I've done for the best, I'd say for the best part of a decade. I've done it nearly every year, I think, now. I use it because A, because it's local, but B, because it's a fantastic test. They're really well run events. Yeah, and it's a great place to test Enduro bikes. Nothing too complicated about it. It's a time card enduro. I usually enter the expert vets. Today I had to go in the clubman class because I entered too late. I had 4 time checks, as you can see there. These ones are all slack time, so 68 minutes for 3 laps. The first 2 included the test. The third lap there was no test, it was just the loop through the woods, about 16-17 miles. And then the last check is the tight time check, which is a little bit hard work, and by then there's been hundreds of riders going through, so it's clearly brutal. For me, it's the 250 especially. I have been riding a 450 not very long ago. I had the 450 on test as well. But for me, this 250 is kind of, it's the embodiment of the bike that I feel like I can ride at my best, whether I'm at a moto track or in these woods or wherever I'm riding. I feel completely confident on it, and confident straight out the box as well. So like I said, I've been here quite a lot of times. And I must admit, I've been here quite a few times on standard KTM bikes. This time last year I was here on the Gas EC 300 GP model. And they're great bikes, but the suspension cannot cope, especially on the Gas. It cannot cope with these conditions. There's not enough damping, it gets too hot. And the effect of that is to make the ride harder, make it physically more difficult. So when you're riding as fast as you want through a single track trail for, that last time check was 38 minutes. I got in with a minute to spare. Relatively comfortable, I would say, but I would say a lot of that is down to the fact that this bike has got much better suspension than other bikes. Add in there just all of the standard equipment that comes from Triumph straight out the box. So really good brake setup. Brembo brakes are, industry standard, I would say, for enduro bikes. A very neutral and easy to live with chassis, riding position. I needed to make no changes to the gearing. Basically the bike is good to go. Difference for me here though is just to turn up on a bike. I hadn't ridden it at all, in fact, this bike, I hadn't ridden it at all before I turned up here. I hadn't even adjusted the levers, the handlebars or anything. Partway through on the way to the first test, I stopped and adjusted the handlebars a bit because they weren't in the right place. But I jump straight on the bike and immediately I feel comfortable, immediately I feel confident. I think somebody told me I went second quickest in my class in the test, the first test. So, you know, 5 minutes after getting on the bike, I was already riding confidently and happy in a between the trees in a tricky, slippery, beaten up enduro test. Basically, it's a standard bike, except I fitted a few things. This event is brutal on the. I'm pretty good at getting a blister on my left thumb, so I fit the mushrooms on there. And as you can see, I've put these Enduro Engineering handguards on, which I really like because they bolt straight on top of the Brembo system. You take the top clamp nuts off and then you just put this straight on. There's a range of colours. It doesn't quite match the colour, but I really do like them. They're tough, they're strong, they move they move with the levers. There's no other extra messing about in this kind of area which you get with some handguards. You sort of get in the way, you're getting a bit of a knot about where you want to put the clamp compared to where the map switch is, or the kill switch and start switch, whatever. There's no messing about with these ones, they just go straight on top of the caliper, so that's great. You can see there I've also fitted, because I'm testing these are the Polisport bendy levers, which are nice. The only thing I would say is they're a little bit loose in the. I think I prefer the tolerances to be a little bit better. But yeah, they say they're unbreakable, and honestly, I've never broken them. So you got to believe them. The other thing I've done is I've got a Apico. I've got a range of foot levers and gear levers and foot brake levers for a range of different enduro bikes and motocross bikes. This one's quite a new one for the Triumph models, which they gave me to test, and it's cool. Fits straight on. Uses its own bolt with seals in there. You replace the you just use the standard bolts in here. It's got the tether on there, which is a good idea, and yeah, a grippier toe piece there, so all good. It's hit the ground a couple of times today and had a good test there, so that gets a thumbs up. And the only other thing I've done is it's fit some tyres. Mitas, whichever you prefer to say. These are the Terra Force EF, and this is the standard medium tyre, front and rear, and medium mousses front and rear. The Triumphs come original equipment. They come with Michelin medium enduro tyres on, and this bike came from the press workshop with rubbish tyres on, so there's no way I was going to ride around here with no grip. So that was reason number one. Reason number two is I really like these Mitas tyres. I've gelled with them straight away when I got them on test. I just like the way their bikes feel on them, and they are. I know exactly where they are, whatever kind of conditions I'm riding in, wherever I'm riding. They've got a very neutral feel to them. I like the grip, I like the edge grip and the feel of it. Yeah, I'm just super happy with those. So. That's it. Apart from that, there's nothing. It's a standard motorbike, a standard Triumph TF2 250E. It's been a cracking event, a cracking day, and I've really enjoyed the ride. And that's, you know, it's testimony to people here who put on a great event. But also, without a doubt, it's to do with just feeling at one with the motorcycle, really. And yeah, compared to so many other bikes that I've ridden around these woods in the past. This is thumbs up. It's champion. Over and out. Stay tuned. As ever, there'll be more information on enduro21.com, the website. That's where all the hard work goes into. This is just a way of sort of extra bonus material that we gather from tests on and we put that on the YouTube channels, and when it's possible to get those edits done. We're not a big team, so it takes a bit of time sometimes, but yeah. From the woods in the east of England, over and out.